Have you ever watched something spread like wildfire to the point you start believing it? I have.
Josey Greenwell story. So he was gay. He's not
They
anymore.
came out and had a backlash. How do you be out, then go back in, and then...
Then he disappeared.
But I guess I'm trying to
Josey
bring that up because there's a lot we
going
don't know.
country, if that's what he wants
I
to
mean,
do.
I think
changing his
the
image.
pressure, we talk about it all the time on the show.
Through his publicist and through
Pressure
his
of
agent, and they
being out
declined
in this
to
world,
allow
right?
him
And
to
then
speak with
having
us.
It comes out,
being
and
in an
then what
industry,
happens?
and that's his
Right,
background. We can all
backlash.
assume
My
music,
only
right?
problem with it is that
And
in 2011,
trying to figure
when
out
he
how to
hit the
navigate
scene, he sold
being
himself
gay
as,
in
I'm
the
a
world. Like I think of
I'm
Shelley
proud
Wright, I
of my
really do.
sexuality.
Right.
I'm going to be
I don't
a
know,
leader
something.
for the community, and he used that for the next year and a half to build an LGBT fan
I
base.
think there's a lot of
which
pressure.
he
I'd
abandoned.
love to hear from him.
So what you guys just saw were real articles and real headlines and real blogs that I had to read about myself every day. These are hateful comments and just completely false things said about me based on my decision to change my name to Nate Green. They thought I was trying to completely separate myself from the LGBTQ community and take on this straight persona, which in a sense I guess was. You know, I wasn't just completely throwing out my sexuality because the issue is I wasn't comfortable with myself. I wasn't trying to say I was straight, and that's actually never anything I did say, which a lot of these articles claimed. That little fact of, you know, Josey's gone, now he's Nate Green, he was gay, now he's straight, you know, oh my God, what a sellout, you know, the things people do for fame, blah, blah, blah. It was just hurtful. It was hurtful to read. You know, I was very confused with my own sexuality in terms of how to be gay. You know, I knew I was gay. It was just I didn't know where to go with it. I didn't know, or I didn't really have anyone in the music industry who was gay, who was out and proud that I knew of. You know, I'm sure there were there, but, you know, being from Bardstown, Kentucky, growing up in the South, I didn't have anyone to look up to and say, that's, you know, who I want to be. I want to be this out artist as a musician. It was just always told to me how hard it was going to be because I'm gay. So with that, in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, well, then I'll just not be gay. Not inside, I'll just portray something different. You know, I didn't understand why that was such an issue until everything came out. And then once, you know, I released a song under Nate Green, then there was one blog came out, and then another blog, and then another article, and then one rumor, and that spread to another rumor, and then this just huge snowball effect of everyone completely hating. I actually met a guy who wrote one of these hateful articles about me, and I was out in a gay club in Los Angeles, and he comes up to me and he goes, "Oh my God, you're Josey, right? Or Nate Green, right?" And at the time, I wasn't comfortable talking about any of this, but I was like, yeah, that's me. And he goes, "Oh my God, I wrote one of these hateful articles about you." And he just kind of waited for my response as if I was going to thank him or, you know, acknowledge him for this. And looking at it now in hindsight, he was so pleased with himself. And it's so disgusting that he enjoyed tearing me down. You know, he enjoyed writing it, he enjoyed spreading it, he enjoyed meeting me and getting to tell me about it. And to read that daily and, you know, to get online and get on Instagram, you know, think of how many times you pick up your phone and you open Instagram. Every single comment was, you know, you're horrible, you're a fraud, you're pathetic, you know, you should kill yourself, you know, you're a complete sellout, you're a horrible person, you're a terrible representative, you don't belong with us, you don't belong, you know, you're a waste. You know, all this stuff just every day to read was just really hard, and it left me depressed. You know, there was about a 2-year span after all of this when I was just completely depressed. You know, I didn't want to eat. I didn't know who to turn to. A lot of my anxiety that I still have now stemmed from that. You know, it sent me into therapy. I didn't understand. I mean, I understood what I did. I didn't understand why there was so much hate from it. And to be honest, I still don't understand why there was so much hate. You know, how can a group of people who desperately want to be, you know, recognized and acknowledged just completely hate on someone who also wants to be recognized and acknowledged? It just seemed very hypocritical to me for someone from the LGBTQ community to bash me for not knowing who I am. You know, that's obviously me feeling mentally unstable. You know, there was a lot of mental health issues going on. I was drowning. I didn't have any role model to look up to. I didn't understand that I could be gay and proud. You know, I could be proud of who I was. In the moment, I was ashamed of who I was. And no one reached out a hand to help. You know, no one offered to just help me. You know, it's so weird that our society loves to watch the demise of people as opposed to help people. And when you look on social media, and there's so much shaming and there's so much cyberbullying, and even the young kids today that grow up watching these reality TV shows, and, you know, shade is cool and hate is in, and, you know, being exclusive and being cliquey is what's popular. And it just didn't make sense to me that when someone actually needs help, no one wants to help. People just want to watch. And that was what happened to me. So this is a perfect example of how cyberbullying not only can tear you down, but it can turn into in-person bullying. And that's where this leads into GLSEN. So what this organization does is it creates a safe environment for kids to learn. Not only does their curriculum include awareness for the LGBTQ community, but also many different activities that the kids can participate in. Through this organization, the kids are accepted and they can have a normal judge-free day, which translates after school into their life. Also, it teaches these kids to be leaders to hopefully make change in the future. That's what we need. I know what it felt like to feel different, and it's good for these kids to be around people who understand that they're feeling different. And in reality, if half of my day was around people who understood me and knew that I felt different and I felt supported, my whole life would be different. So if you're interested in participating in this organization or volunteering, it's glsen.org, GLSEN.org. Bye.